Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm here for, I'm trying to remember what part this is, part 4 of our autumn journal. And I kind of made a decision because I was sitting there getting ready to do all the stuff, and I think what we're going to do this time is we're going to concentrate on pockets and tucks and things like that, just because it's really hard to do a video on all the tags and everything other than kind of show you a few of them and then what I've already done. And since I haven't had time to do that, I'm going to go ahead and work on that part of it today. I'm going to work on the pockets and tucks and whatever, and just some ideas of different things that I do, and maybe a few decorating ideas. I'm not obviously going to be able to do all of this stuff with you into more videos. I'm hoping to have all of this done by this Friday, and that means a flip through and everything. Just because I want to move on to something else. I am still going to do my Halloween Tim Holsings and tomorrow, and then next Tuesday. I don't think it'll be more than 2. It might be, I don't know. But I do want to move on to some other things. And right now I'm in the midst of trying to finish up some gypsy journals. And I thought what I would do is, after we get done with this, I'll kind of show you some of the things I'm doing with it. Not all of it start to finish, but just kind of the things that I do, because I think a lot of people are interested in that. And it also helps me actually get those done and out of here, because my goal is to have all of that done by mid-October, because I really want to concentrate on Christmas for the next 30 days after that. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this today. This journal is 2 signatures, so it's got a lot of pages really that we have to decorate or fill, and I've gotten to where I used to decorate every single page, and I don't do that anymore. I just kind of go and look and see, okay, what do I want to do? Like, maybe do I want to do something here? This is a blank page, another one I need to fold in. And I just kind of look at the journal and kind of see where I want to put things. Like, I definitely think I might want to put a pocket here. I don't know. You know, I just go from page to page. That's how I do it. And I do try and put a certain amount of things in the journal. I may try and put a certain amount of like lower pockets, and then maybe a few tucks, or maybe a few belly bands. And if I have 2 signatures, I try and even it out on each side. So anyway, I'm going to kind of try and do a few of those things today. And I'm going to talk about things that I do, and maybe not necessarily do them with you, because we will not have time to do all of them. Some of the things that I like doing is I like to add, I love to add envelopes to make like a flip. Like, for instance, let me show you. Let's say we want to do one. Gosh, it could be anywhere. I don't want to do it in the middle. Like, let's say we wanted to do it here. We could just attach that here, okay? And then we could have a flip going out this way, okay, where we have an opening, and we could put something in there, and that allows us a pocket. And then we could just decorate this side, or we could actually only attach it like right here and have a tuck spot right there. So that gives us both of those kind of things, and that's an easy way to add interest to your page. I want to decorate this before I do that, so I'm going to hold that aside. And then I have another bigger one. I'm using these brown craft ones because I think it kind of goes good. So I probably will do one for each signature. And this is a little bit different size, but it will still do the same thing, okay? Or we could have it go this way. It doesn't really matter, right? And you could leave that blank and write on it or whatever, but I'm going to go ahead and decorate that a little bit, and we'll do that together. Another thing that I like to do is I really love to use like bags and things in a journal, and you can make like a little pocket with that. And this is from a restaurant, Chili's, and this is a silverware bag, okay? So what I would do is I maybe put that in there and decorate this part of it and that part of it, maybe make another little pocket, but then that would make a nice little bag, and it make a kind of a deep pocket, because if you don't glue it down, then it'll open up. So we can make a pocket out of that and decorate that. The other thing, I like to use small envelopes, and you don't necessarily have to put those at the side. You can put them kind of like at the top, depending upon the width of your journal. And you could put something up there, or what's even better, you could put it here on the bottom and have it flip down, and tie. You can take two of them if you wanted to and put them like that and have like a little tie to open them up. There's a lot you can do with a little envelope, and you can decorate it, not decorate it. The other thing is the CD envelopes are great to use, and you decorate the inside, you can decorate the outside, and then you have that opening, and then those are wonderful to use because you can always have your little opening here with your design. What I like to do is on these, I usually cut this side open and then I put something in there and it opens up that way. I don't usually try and get, because it's so close to the side, and then that way you would access it from there. So we'll do that if we have time. We'll do that too. I don't know how many we're going to have time to do, but we will see. Using just a regular, this is a legal size envelope, and it's kind of glued shut from when I coffee dyed it, but I like to use these on a page like this, and I will open up this part and open up this part, so you'll have a tuck spot behind, one in the middle, behind, one in there, and then I sew up the side, and I usually decorate this, and that makes a really cool pocket. And you can leave the side open and then have like a side pocket there. So that's a great way to make a pocket. Let's see what else we have here. The other thing is just plain old, this is a glassine envelope. You could just decorate this and glue it down, and then have an opening here, an opening there, and a nice little pocket. These are fun to decorate, or I mean, you could just paper clip it and have, a place to put things there with that. So that's always fun to do. Here is just a few little bags. Let me show you these. To me, paper bags are great because you can decorate them. These are coffee dyed. I used mainly coffee dyed for this, just because I thought it went kind of well with the theme. And here's another one here. And so you can decorate it. You can have a pocket behind, a pocket here, a pocket off to the side. Whatever if you have one behind, you can't have one to the side. Usually on these, because this is kind of weak on top, if I don't make these a little bit stronger, I usually always have a pocket over here. That's how I do them. But I like those too. Here I have another one. This is a decorated one a little bit, so we could always do that and have this really cool bag in there. The other thing, here I have this envelope here. You can always cut the envelope down. See where this is a little bit taller than our page? Cut that down a little bit, and then again, you could have this opening up here and having an opening here, or you can cover this and have a long tag in there. So that's always a fun thing you can do with that. Doilies. I like to use doilies for pockets. You can take this and make a really pretty pocket like that. Just kind of go like that. Fold it a little bit and go like this and glue it, and you have a really cool pocket right there. So those are just some of the ways you can make a pocket with other things in your journal. And like I said, I don't know how many of those will get done, but I did want to kind of go over that just so that everyone can see some of the different things that you can do. The other things that I like to do is I like to use old postcards a lot of times for pockets. Like I found some fall looking ones. I'd have to cut that down a little bit, but I could sew around here. Now, we've already sewn in our pages, so obviously I can't sew it to the page, but a lot of times I just sew around the edges so it looks sewn, and then that will be a pocket, okay? Or like this one. And I just think those make really, really cool pockets on your journal. The other thing is, don't forget to, I haven't embossed anything with this yet, but I want to, so I'll show you what that looks like done. This is a 3D texture of a Tim Holtz one, and I like to use embossed paper and, you know, just kind of tear it and use it as a pocket. That always works really well. Let's see what else I have over here. Oh, okay. Let's talk maybe some materials, some synthetic type things. Here I have a piece of burlap, which I think that would make a really pretty pocket. In fact, we'll do one of those, and all you would have to do is glue it down over here. I usually sew around it before I put it in the journal, but we're not doing it that way, so I would maybe sew around here and then glue and then make my pocket there. The other thing you can use, like synthetic, here's a doily. You could cut part of that off. I usually back mine with paper, and then I would make a pocket out of that. I love using different textiles, so let me get a couple of these just to show you. I have this vintage, I think this was a tablecloth, and you can definitely cut a piece of this and back it and make a pocket out of that. I have another piece over here, a darker one, and I love using these kind of things to make pockets. It makes your journal very interesting, and I almost always do stuff like that. So anyway, the other thing is, let's talk about maybe tuck spots and like belly bands. I've got some ribbon that I got from the dollar store. This is the kind of thing that you can put on the side, have a tuck spot right here. You would just glue it here and here, and that would make a tuck spot in there. I have different ribbons, and those would work really, really well. Any of them. The other thing you can do is you can use trim like that and make a pocket, or you can make a belly band. You know, I usually back mine with something if it's kind of flimsy or floppy, because then, you know, it goes in better. But that's the kind of thing I love to do. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. Let's talk about maybe, let me move these aside. I have so many things. See, that's why I really cannot do a start to finish in like 4 or 5 episodes, because it does take a lot, I think, anyway. If you really, you can't really do every little thing. Okay, so let's talk about maybe a flip or something. I've got this kind of purplish, I think it looks kind of fall. You could cut that off and put some trim on top and have like a flip there. I found this other thing that I got from the dollar store. That would work really well. So you could just, you know, trim that off. I like to put something a little heavier on the bottom, like maybe another piece of trim, and put that there so you can make that like a flip. The other thing is trimming the edges of your pages. Like I have this ribbon here, and I would probably gather that. Okay, you can do it by hand if you don't have a sewing machine. You could actually just do it with glue. And I maybe wouldn't put it all the way down, but I would maybe put it like on an edge, and that would peek out a little bit. You know, that's the kind of thing I love to do. Put a little bit of lace on the edges. I like to take just little pieces of trim, little leftover pieces, and I tend to just make like little I don't know, I guess what you call them, tabs or whatever, and then I would put them on there, and then I like to be able to see them on the edges of my pages. I think that always looks really cool. You can't go wrong with that. You can take like just a little piece. Let's see if I can find a little piece. These are all bigger, it seems like. Oh, here we go. You can just take like, well, let me see if I have one up here. I have all kinds of stuff sitting in front of me. Yeah, like a little piece like this, and you could just put it on the edge, maybe with a ribbon or something, and just have part of it sticking out. So there's a lot of things that you can do that really make it look cool. You can make clusters easily with this extra stuff, and maybe put some ribbon on it, maybe put some pieces of things that you cut out, and that would really look cool on a page. And that's the kind of thing that I like to do to really make my journals look, you know, I mean, yes, obviously the pages and everything are pretty, and putting it together, how you put it together is important. But if you want to make it your own and you want to make it unique, that's the kind of thing that brings it up a notch. All those personal touches that are different, that maybe somebody else didn't think of, that you thought of. Like here's some lace. So you could put some lace somewhere, like maybe on the edge of a page, and, you know, put it in here, glue it down, but you still would have it sticking out of the edge of the page. There's so many things that can be done. Here, this is what I was talking about. Here's a smaller piece. So let's say you want to put a smaller piece on there. You could put it on the edge right there, and it would just stick out like that. And those are the kind of things that make your journal personal. Okay, so anyway, let's get to it, and let's do as many as we can together. And I just wanted to kind of go over those ideas with you, just so that as we're doing them, that you can maybe think of things on your own. And every journal is going to be individual. You're going to come up with things as you go. I keep hearing people talk about how they're afraid to start, and I just think that the biggest important thing to do is just start, and it will come to you. It will just come to you as you're going. I promise you, things will just, you'll go, oh wait. Sometimes just lay things out, and as you're going, you'll just be surprised how many ideas will just hit you just looking at the things laying on your desk. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead, and we are going to go ahead, and maybe I think what we'll start doing is we'll do the really easy ones first. Well, you know what, actually, let's do some of the stuff that has to dry. Okay, so I've got a few. I'm going to do a bag here. I've got an envelope here. I don't know if I want to do that now. I may not have time. Let's see. I've got another envelope over here. Right? Let's see what else we've got. We've got some more things over here. Let's see. Do I want to maybe do that? Okay, So one of the best ways to decorate envelopes and things to me is to use napkins. Super easy way. There's so many different napkins. And the other thing, guys, I get a lot of this stuff like at the dollar store, or I bought it at Tuesday Morning. But a big majority of the stuff that I get from friends, because they know that anytime we have a get together, I grab napkins and they ask me, and I finally said, hey, save all your really cool napkins. And they always give them to me now. So they know. Don't throw away that napkin because Tina wants it. And honestly, guys, I have all kinds of napkins just from people that have helped me out there. Okay, so this is one I got from the dollar store. And it's interesting because it's all white over here. But so I'm going to use that on something thin. Oh, and here's the other thing. Our mop-up paper towel that we used. This is from when we made the leaves. And we're going to use that too, okay? And it's 2-ply, so I'll pull it apart, but we're going to use that, okay? But anyway, let's see what this would fit on. We might want to use. I think it'll fit here pretty good. Yeah, I think it will. So we'll use it on this one. And, of course, your napkins, let me get a piece of tape. Your napkins are always usually 2 or 3 ply. And that's where you want to get a piece of tape and pull off that other ply. Usually it tears a little in the corner. And then you can go ahead and pull it off. Well, this one's not wanting to go on the end, but I don't need the end. And I always save the white pieces because I do stuff with those. I add texture to things. It's great for that. So I am going to tear this apart. Alright. Alright, there we go. So this one, it was a 2-ply. And I think, let's see. Yeah, so I don't need very much of this. I'm going to go ahead and make it, of course, bigger than what I need, but I'm just going to cut that. So anyway, I thought we would do a craft and chat and just talk about the different things that I do, just because there's no way I can do them all. And then next time we'll do a few tags together and decorations, and that will be it. All right, so let's see. Yeah, okay. And let me get my, where did my little brush go thing, my thing? Hopefully. Okay, so I kind of like this background on this, so I may just leave it all. Although that is coffee dyed. All right, so maybe I'm just going to go. And all you do, and you can do that with a wet paintbrush. You don't have to have one of these. I think this actually came, I think it was with some paint or something that I got. It was really weird. Ugh, it's very gluey though. All right, so I'm going to just put that down, and I like to use matte medium if you have it. I like to, you can use plain old Elmer's glue and water it down, and it works good too. But the reason I use it when I'm filming is it tends to dry really quick. I hope this brush isn't ruined. This is one of them. I keep my brushes, I put them in water right away, but I don't know. I'm not very good at taking care of them. So I am just going to go ahead and put that down. This stuff just dries pretty quick. And it dries, you know, not shiny or anything like that. So, and I don't care that it's going over the edges because I will deal with that later. So I'm just going to put that down. All right. Oh, That is not flat. And you know, I don't really care if it has wrinkles or anything in it. I kind of like that. So I'm just going to go like that. Go over the top. And you can see how it just kind of blends in really well. All right. So the other thing I like to use napkins is to decorate pages. But I'm not going to do that this time because we've already sewn our journal together. You can do it when you've already sewn your journal. But all right, I'm going to put this aside. And then we're going to do another one. Let's see what I have here. I had my stack of stuff and I don't know what I do with it. Oh, okay, here it is. Let's do, I think this would be pretty on here. I wonder, this has a lot more going on, so I have quite a few little napkins over here, so I kind of have to decide, do I like that? This is pretty. Look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? Let's do that one. Yeah, because it needs something wider, right? Again, I got these at the dollar store. Of course, the other parts, what? That's kind of funny because the dollar store ones only have half the, but you know what? Well, $1.25 now, I guess. But that's cute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and separate that. So anyway, I hope all of you people in Florida are doing okay because it sure looks like a mess. We were there, when did we go there? I guess it was like the last week in June, right before 4th of July. I love Florida. We go there almost every year. And I have friends and relatives there. I was talking to my aunt that was from there, and they went to, when the hurricane was coming, they went to upstate New York to visit relatives there. Thank goodness, but I'm just going to have to go lower down here because it's not pulling it. Why is this? My tape is not very good or something. All right, come on. There we go. Yeah, so they missed everything and it missed their house. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of tough. A lot of people that hadn't been hit before either, kind of in areas that it didn't normally hit. So we're all praying for you. Hope everything works out okay. Alright, so I am going to take that one apart. I really like this. It's really pretty. And as I said, even if all you use those for is to clean things up. Okay, so I'm going to use this. And let's see, how much of this do I need? I may just take this apart with my water brush so it's not, let's see, is that going to hit the whole thing? Almost. So I'm just going to outline this and go kind of like this, just so it's not, you know, like cut across even. And it will probably be a little bit too big, but that's okay. And I just put my finger where I want it to come apart, and it usually works pretty good. And as I said, you can just use a wet paintbrush. I used to always do that, and then I don't know, that came in, I think it was in a watercolor pencil set or something. I don't remember. And I thought, oh, bonus. Anyway, so let's try that. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Oh, I like that. Oh. And see how pretty, and then, you know, the thing is we can put a little bit of trim or something on there and then glue that to a page, and we have got a really pretty page, you know, for not really a lot. So let's do that. I know I put more than I needed, but that's okay. Is this pretty or what, guys, right? Put a little bit on here. So we have not been doing a lot. The weather has gotten nicer here, and so I've been loving going outside. I've been taking my dog to the dog park, because before it was so oppressively hot. I didn't take her till like 7 at night, or and you know, it's just really nice. And sitting out in the backyard and just enjoying ourselves. Okay, I'll make sure I didn't glue that shut. That is going to be really pretty. So let me find a spot for this. I'm going to wind up having a whole bunch of, oh yeah, I just had that sit on top of there. That was not good. That's okay. We'll fix it. We shall fix it. Okay, let me put this. I got to find a spot for these that they will not get messed up. All right, let's do, we have this glassine bag. Let's do that. And on that one, I wonder if that's too much, or maybe go that way. Let's see what other ones we have. We have that. I've got this out. It's too big for that. So I guess we'll do this one. So my big thing for me lately has been for me to try and walk when I go with my puppy to the, well, she's a year old, but she's still a puppy, go to the dog park. So it has been hard for me because I have not been doing basically any exercise. So, but I will tell you that I feel really good. It's been 2 weeks now. And you know how they say that if you want to have, you know, do something like that to develop a habit. So I have to say I've really gotten to where I look forward to it. I used to absolutely dread it. And so I'm doing that. And she likes it. I mean, we go for walks around the neighborhood, but we have a really huge dog park next to us. And it's really very wooded and nice and pretty. And so, I mean, I used to go there and just kind of sit. And now I'm just starting to get up and walk, and which, you know, is a good thing. But, okay, so look, see, there's these little pumpkins here, and they've got blessed and thank you. I'm going to put blessed in there. And see if I can fit it all in there. Oh, my water just kind of went away. Oh, I don't think the blessed is going to make it. Maybe I'll try another one. We'll see. All right. Anyway, so I've been doing that, and I really enjoyed myself, and I'm just kind of happy that I started because, you know, I needed to do it, but okay, let's see if I can. But the weather is finally, honestly, it gets so hot here in the summer. Oh, God. It is awful. That's the bad thing about the walking. And then now, what I was going to say is I have like a horrible allergy. October is really bad for me. September, October, maybe parts of November. I have a horrible allergy season. I'm allergic to mountain cedar, all this other stuff. And my problem with that is I walked today and I'm basically allergic to the outside. I come back in and I am just stuffed up. My throat's all scratchy. I mean, it just, it drives me nuts because I can't seem to, let me see, is that going to go down? I guess it is. Oh, I think that'll be cute, right? You guys think so? Or should I put it on something else? Let me see. What other choices do we have? We have this envelope. Okay, the envelope is going to go like this. So it could go like that, but you wouldn't, nah, because it's going sideways. Well, this is going to go sideways too, right? We could do it like that. That would be okay, I think. What do you think, guys? I don't know if I have anything wide enough other than that. Let me see. I have these bags too. Ooh, that would be cute. Oh, that would be cute like that. Right? Because then that would go... Let's do that, because this is wider. Did I already do one of those? I don't know if I did. What did I do? I did that bag. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. We'll do that. All right. Unconvinced. Okay, so we're going to do that. Put way too much glue on there, but that's okay. Yeah, I like matte medium. I used to not, you know, use it on this stuff, and then I realized it really does make a difference, so get that off of there. I want it to be kind of jagged because it's green. It's not going to blend in, so I want it to look, you know, a little artistic, but there we go. So anyway, getting back to my allergies, I know this is going to be bad because I have my little what do you call that, infusion thing or whatever, and I didn't crank it up. I got to get some more. I put eucalyptus in there. Oh my gosh, that makes such a difference. Oh, that's going to be cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let's see. I'll put that aside. Let's do one more of those, and then we will do something else. Maybe we won't. We'll do a sunflower one. How about that? Let's do a sunflower. All right. Okay. And what do we want to do the sunflower on, right? You guys got any ideas? Let's see here. We could do the sunflower on this, maybe, right? Oh yeah, that'd be cute. We do it right on the middle, right there. Wonder if we could wrap around the whole thing. But you know what? I gotta cover this side. Or maybe not. Maybe I would just do that and then do that. Oh, that could be really pretty. Why don't we do that? Let's try that, guys. We're going to do something a little different. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. We're going to the more advanced version. Okay. And I won't show you these all done because we won't have time today, but you will see them when they're done. Or maybe I will show you. Maybe I'll just do them and then show you at the end. Because I know people want to see stuff done. But when you're doing real-time craft and chat, not really always possible, but okay. Well, I'm not going to say it's not possible. It's just harder. Okay. Let me do this. Oh, yeah, I think this is going to be pretty. I don't remember where I got these napkins. Do not know. They may have been at the Dollar Tree too. I don't remember. I don't pay a lot for them, that's for sure. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that and try and wrap it around. And I'm going to go ahead and, should I do this whole thing up here? Or should I put more up there? I think I'm only going to go like here and then I'll add to it, okay? So here's where the flap is. So I'm going to go right there. And I am going to go all the way around here because I don't think it will be able to wrap all the way. So we'll go like that. And I'm not looking for a perfect fit there. I'm just trying to get it to where we can do that. All right, now let's see how that's going to look. If we do it like that, how far? Oh yeah, that'll be good. That fits almost perfect. It's almost like it's made for that envelope, right? So that will have to go here, and then I can take some of, let me take a little bit of that off. And you can, if you want to get it like more precision, you can just take it like that. And then we'll ink around this too when it's done. But and I go over these with a nail file to smooth them out. I don't know what I'm doing there. Hold on. It's down here. Oh, yeah, okay, that's going to be cool. All right. Yeah, you can tear them, but if you don't wet it, it's a lot harder to get it more precise. So, and as I said, I'm not trying to get it perfect. I'm just trying to get it to where it just wraps around. And then I'll put a piece up there too. I don't know where this is sitting. I'm going to have to probably go like that. And it doesn't matter if that's perfect either, like I said. And then I'll put a piece up there too. I may just clip this envelope in rather than glue it down because I think it's going to be really pretty. All right, let's try that. Let's do that. Okay. This is the last one and we're making it more challenging, right? This is the challenge envelope. Now I coffee dyed this, and really for no reason because we're covering it up, but I just always, whenever I do coffee dyeing, I just always tend to do some you know, envelopes and things like that, just because, you know, I'm doing it. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'll go over it in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get these pieces down. So, but, and this is a pretty flimsy envelope, and so the good thing about putting this tissue, putting this napkin on, or tissue paper, whatever, is that it will make it stronger and reinforce it too at the same time, make it decorative. But okay, it's a little wrinkly, but that's all right. I like it wrinkly. Want that a little bit straighter here. There we go. Okay, and I will take off the extra in a minute. Make all that go down. Try not to glue the envelope shut. So we are going to start hitting Christmas time, and I'm going to finish those gypsy journals, and then what I want to do is I kind of want to do a series on quick and easy journals for gifts. And okay, this moved, so I gotta move it down a little bit. Yep, there we go. Oh boy, I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Okay, let's see. There we go. That's all right. We'll just cut it off. Add some stuff to the top. It'll be fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just go over it a little bit. And oh, you know what? I was going to put a piece up there too in case I want to. I'm not sure that I'm going to do the you know, just have the top on there, but I think I'm going to do, or should I do a full one? I kind of want to do a half a one here. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Okay, so the way I think I'm going to do this, I already started on this, but I can finish that in a minute. I'm going to glue this down and then cut it. So put that in the middle. Trying to put this on the line. Doesn't really matter if it's straight, perfectly straight, but I think it would look better when it's folded over. Okay, so that needs to go down more. All right, let's do that. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay. Let's go right here. And like I said, I'm going to ink this up a little, so when it's all done, it'll all kind of mesh together. Put a little bit more in there since I took some of it off. All right, okay. And now I'm going to just take this and go around it. And as I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, because when you ink it up and everything in the end, it will look fine. And also if it overhangs, I file that off. So if you want to take your time and be a lot more precise, you certainly can. But I usually don't. And I think they turn out okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this and let that one dry. And then we're going to move on to a few other things, okay? And we'll see how much of that we get done, because we're already hitting a lot of time. That's why it's nearly impossible to do a journal in, you know, less than, 15 sessions if you really are going to do it start to finish. So I think that's why I just decided I'm just going to try and give you guys some ideas, and then hopefully that helps. Okay, let me do this other side. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the other side. So we've got a gap right there, but that's okay, because we'll cover that up with ink later, because I'm going to put some different inks and stuff like that on here and mess with this. But okay, let me get this off without pulling off the other stuff. Here we go. I have to figure, I'm going to have to hang this to dry because it's on here from both ways. I have like a little clip thing here, so hopefully it works. Let's see. That is it as far as what we're going to do on our napkins. I'll maybe do more stuff later, but that's all we're going to do. So let's go ahead and let's do some pockets, okay? I have different material over here. I almost always try and get some sort of textile, fabric, or whatever in, because I just think it really adds a lot of character to your journal. And honestly, guys, you don't have to have a lot. You can honestly, my first few journals, I just went in my closet and I had gone through and picked out things. You'd be surprised how much material and trim and all that kind of stuff. Ask relatives. I mean, you will be surprised. Go to the thrift store, buy things, and you can get stuff for like $1, full of lace and trim. And this stuff I got, I was just looking on eBay, and it was just really bizarre because this person said they had 25 pounds of this stuff, and he wanted like $45 for shipping, and the item was only like 20 bucks, and nobody would touch it because he wanted so much for shipping. But I got to thinking, man, 25 pounds, that's a lot of stuff, right? Yeah, it was. I went ahead and got it, and it was, oh, I mean, loads and loads of all kinds of, you know, tablecloths, and I had the hardest time for the longest time cutting it up. I know, guys, it's hard, but, you know, it's not being used. It's not going to be used, so. All right, I am going to get some paper over here. So anyway, what I usually do is I back it just to make it a little bit stronger. I don't always put anything in there that's too strong or too thick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is figure out what size I want my pocket. And usually it's not going to be too big, but so I want it about that wide. I just mark it probably about that deep. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple of them. I don't care if it's perfect because it's not really going to matter. And okay, and it's, of course it's not. I can't get anything straight. All right, that gave me 2, so of course it's wildly crooked on the bottom. I mean, I don't care if it's perfect, but I want it reasonably straight. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to use this, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out a piece that I can glue on there. And I use my 3-in-1 glue on this because I think it's strong and it works. Now, if you want to ink this up, like let's say I want to make that a little bit darker, I'll use some Vintage Photo. This is just a manila folder. So let's say I want that darker, because you can see through it. I could just do that. I could put a color behind there. I don't know why this is not doing good. I haven't used this, a new pad thing on there, and I think it doesn't have a lot of ink on it, so. Okay, that's probably good enough. And then I will just put this on there. And so you can't, I make it a little bit bigger because I'll cut it out after. I usually don't cut it until after I glue it on. Should have filled up this bottle. You know how it gets when you get down to the bottom. And so I'm gluing this whole thing on there. And I'll put that on there. And all I'm doing is finding a piece of this to where it will fit, and I'm not wasting too much. Although I have an entire thing, and I usually take a wipe. Let me get my wipes out. I did not do this a new packet. I don't remember what I was doing that I went through. Oh yeah, when I was making those leaves that I did. I'm like, oh gosh, I went through so many wipes. Okay. And I do that to get the extra glue off. It gets the shine off. Do that all the time. All right, there we go. Just press down. All right, so now I'm just going to go around it and cut out that around it. Again, I don't look for perfection because I think perfectly imperfect looks better. Anyway, making it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to go all the way across. All right. Like I said, I don't really want it perfect because it looks better if it's not. So then what I'll do is I will sew around here to make it look like it's sewn on, and I might put a little decoration on there. I could put, oh, I don't know, I could put a piece of crochet on there with a, like a, maybe a, gosh, I got so many things in here we could use. Let's see. We could do one of our leaves that we made. We could do that, all right? Oh, that's another thing. I don't know. I use these things. I don't know if you have seen them. They're like the dividers, you know, when you prep meals. I used to do this when I would go to work. I would prep my lunch because I don't know, I just don't like cold things. But anyway, I used to prep my lunch and sometimes prep dinner too. But so I had a bunch of these and they're relatively cheap to get. I love these because I store ephemera and stuff in here. Like, look, see, and then they stack on top of each other. And you can have like whole kits, or maybe you have your fall or your Christmas, whatever. But anyway, I just thought I'd. And so maybe let's put a couple of these on there. I don't know. I want different colors. Let's try some different things here. Okay, that would be cute, right? Just an idea, guys. Or we could just put this on there and not put the other things on there. Just like that. And maybe put some trim up there. But just to give you an idea, that is something that is super easy to do. It'll look great in the journal. Yeah, I don't know if we need that. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's an idea. I'm going to let that dry and then we will see it in the end. Let's take, oh gosh, I don't know. Oh, here I go. Let's do, oops, I'm losing things constantly. Let's do that with just a piece of burlap. Super easy. I don't know if I need to do this because I don't know how much you're going to see through that. But anyway, this is a super easy way to make pockets that are interesting. I do use the pockets that are in the kit, but I don't usually use all of them. And I try not to put too many pockets on the bottom because then your journal becomes very bottom heavy. So let's just put that on the top. Or maybe I'll put that on the bottom and I'll put some trim on the top. Yeah, I'll do that. And honestly, I try to do a lot of tucks and things like that. Just because if you put too many pockets in there, it really does get very bulky on the bottom, and I've learned that through time. And I also do a lot of decorations where I just paper clip them in, because that way the person who gets the journal, they can move things around where they want them. Let's try and find the spot that's not too curly. So, well, come on. So I can get this down here easily. So this is just some burlap that I have that's on a roll. I also have, you know, other burlap, but this is easy to use. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that up. And I'll sew around this just like I did going to do on the other one, and I'll figure out something to decorate it. I don't know what yet. Okay, so that will be another one. And again, and now see, I think this would look pretty on there. That it really pops more on there, right? Maybe put a button on there, or maybe put a sunflower or something like that. And I think that would be really pretty. Okay. Yep. Just to give you an idea of things to do. Now, the other thing I like to do is I love using this wide ribbon. You can get this stuff, obviously, anywhere. But it is really great. Let's say anywhere. If you could do it on this page, or you know, let's see. I usually like to do it on a blank page because that way it decorates the page. So really, all you're going to do with that is you're just going to cut off your piece. And if you want it to stick up or something, you could always do it that way. And if you've already done your journal, you can't really sew it in. Well, you could, but it'd be hard. What I usually do is I will just glue it, and sometimes I'll go ahead and sew around the edge just to make it look sewn, but I'm not going to do that on this. I think I'm just going to glue it. Cut that because it's fraying a little bit. Let me see if I can get that a little bit straighter. And I don't really care if it's super perfect because, like I said, I don't do perfect. But this is a great way to have a tuck spot and decorate your page at the same time. If you want to put trim or something up here, you could. I usually don't do that. Usually I just sew around it, and I'll put that on my page and just glue it down. I'm trying to decide if I want to sew around that or not. I probably will. And then all I'll do is glue around here. Let's do another one. Okay, so here's another one that we could do. This is such an easy way to do this. And I'll do at least one or two of these on each. It depends on how many pages I have, ultimately, and how decorated I want my journal. So here's another one. And I leave the wire in these because it makes it a little stiffer and sturdier to put your thing in. Okay, let's see. Find another blank page to put that on. So yeah, I mean, this would be so pretty right there, right? So let's cut that, and then we will have two ready. Alright, again, well, of course I did not cut it very straight. And I usually put these on the, the blank pages rather than the decorated pages, because the decorated pages, a lot of times you may want to not do anything to it, or maybe you just put a little cluster or a stamp or something like that. Okay, I'm just going to do that here. It'll be easier. Oops. Alright, let me see. Did I do that straight? No, of course not. And I will just sew around that and then just put it right there. And then that will give us yet another little tuck spot right here. Okay, you could put it on this side too. You don't have to put it on that side. You could definitely just put it over here. Which might work better. It doesn't matter which side you put it on, really. And you would have a tuck spot, put something in there. The things I do like to put on the edge is, let's say for instance you want to put trim. I found this turquoise trim and I'm debating whether I want to do it because it has this little bit of turquoise up here, and I'm thinking, do I want to be daring and put some turquoise in there? And then I don't know. Haven't decided yet, guys. Let me know what you think. But something like this you can put on there, and if you want to, you can glue it right here and then have like a little tuck spot here. Or you can add something like a paper to this and then have that on the edge. So I don't know. I think that would that pop of color could look really cool. I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think. I think it would look really good. I love that. And it's the same tone as that blue. It's a little brighter, obviously, but I think it would be really fun toward the middle of the journal. What do you think, guys? Let me know, okay? That's just the kind of things that I like to do. As I said, there's so many things you can do. And I probably am going to, when you see this next time, I am probably going to put a little bit of trim just on some of these pages, not on all. Like I may put it like on this page. I may take some of this vintage lace. I just love to use it. And I buy a lot of it, so I need to use it. look how pretty that does when you put it on the edge of your page. It's just so pretty. Right, guys? Not that Edith Holden is, or just look, here's a music page, plain old music page. And you could put that on there and it's just super cool, right? So those are the kind of things I'm going to be working on right now. Lots of different ideas. Oh, I did want to show you this too. Okay, so remember this is our cutout thing. We can make this a pocket, guys. We just can put something behind that. We could put burlap. We could put just another piece of paper. You know, like even just a paper behind it. Maybe color that and then sew around it and then just pop it on your page, and that's a pocket. It'd be really cool. That's just an idea. There's so many things you can do, and that's why I can't do a video showing you everything. So those are my ideas, and I hope you guys got something out of this, or at least, you know, got to visit, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I'll do another video this week kind of showing some of my tags and some of my decorations, snippets, things like that. Some of the things I've already done, like the things we worked on today, I'll show you them in the journal. And then we'll go ahead and go from there, do a flip through, and start on some other stuff. And like I said, I'm going to be doing my Halloween stuff on Tuesdays until I'm done with that. And then after we get done with this, I'm going to be doing my gypsy stuff and then Christmas. Okay. So you guys take care, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.